They play tough defense that has not been the case for Whitworth in years past.
Just a couple minutes away from kickoff now. The captain's out meeting in the center of the field with today's officials. Our referee today will be Roger Judd. The umpire will be Charlie Phipps. Head linesman Ken Woods. Line judge Bill Rawlings. Field judge Tom Peters. Side judge will be Dan Spreisterbach. And the back judge will be Jack Folliard. And we're going to have the coin toss right now. The Lutes will be in their home jerseys, the black jerseys. So familiar here at Spark Stadium. And the Lutes, I believe, have won the toss and deferred their option to the second half, Craig. And white, the Lutes have white helmets, of course, and the black jerseys with the white numerals. We expect to see Andre Wicks back there, along with Brian Williams. Kick is away. We are underway. And the kick is taken by Williams on the far hash mark at the 11-yard line. He's over the 20 to 30 and out near the 40-yard line. Speed here. And what a formation they come out in. 7 guys to the left of the quarterback, just the center and the quarterback in the set, and they set up a screen pass to Brian Williams, and the Lutes sniff it out. 5-yard loss on the gadget play right from the get-go. It'll be second down and 15. The ball spotted back at the 34, and now in a much more conventional pro-set formation with 2 wide receivers. Williams is the tailback. J.J. Green will hand to Williams, and he's hit in the backfield. He'll lose another yard. First man there, John Ruby, the linebacker.
We make the tackle for a loss.
Again, conventional formation. 2 wide receivers set, a slot to the left. Single setback is Williams behind J.J. Green. Passing situation on 3rd and 17 from the 33. Deep drop, quick out pattern, and the pass up over the top of the head of Andre Wicks, the intended receiver, in for the Lutes, and also a short man in the punt return formation for PLU. That's Finstuen, and the ball is kicked in the direction of Finstuen, but really off the side of the foot of the punter, Dennis Ayatoga, who averages just 32 yards a punt. The ball goes out of position. 1st and 10 from their own, make it the 43.
I spoke something real special or trick about what they're doing here with the special teams today.
We expect the offense to be pretty basic as well, but Hoseth will go from the shotgun on the first down. 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right is Carl Laram, single setback Aaron Tang. 5-man front for Whitworth, and a linebacker creeping in, showing blitz, but not coming. On a first down play, they will pass. Middle screen, Finstuen across the 50 into Whitworth territory, inside the 40, written down hard at the 34-yard line. Job running after the football. Hoseth doing a nice job under some pressure to get that pass away. 2 wide receivers in the formation, 2 backs, Labby and Tang behind Hoseth, who's in over center, Brian Walker. Tight end is Pylan to the left. Long snap count. This time Whitworth comes with 2 linebackers, and they're both coming in a straight dive play to Labby, and he'll pick up maybe a yard. It'll end 54 tackles respectively in that Whitworth Pirate defense. So Seth comes up to the line on a second down and 9. 2 setbacks and double tight end formation. In the slot to the right side is Aaron Tang. And they fake the play action and go up top, looking long for Carl Kites, and the ball overthrown 3 or 4 yards too long. 3rd down and 9, passing situation. Single wide receiver to the left is Laram, trips to the right. Aaron Tang, the lone setback, just to the left of the quarterback Hoseth, and Hoseth in familiar fashion in the first quarter gives the timeout signal. And 9 play. Laram will be the lone wide receiver to the right side, trips to the left, the wide side of the field. The ball near the right hash mark. Hoseth in the shotgun. Aaron Tang in as a blocking back just to the right of the quarterback Hoseth. Long snap count. Now the shotgun snap and back to pass. 3-step drop, has all kinds of time. Looking over the middle, has a man right at the first down sticks. Looked like Cale Pylan may have come back in.
The line did a nice job of just giving him time to pick a receiver.
2 wide receivers come out to the right. It's Kites and Aaron Tang, the wide receivers. Corey Bray and Riker Labby are the running backs. They'll hand off to the first back through. That's Labby on the option. And he gets back to the line of scrimmage. May have had forward progress down. Kind of interesting. Darrell Squires, just the interim head coach, was a one-time head coach of Whitworth back in 1977 through 1980, and he's got the interim job right now as they lost a couple of coaches right at the beginning of the season. 2 wide receivers to the right, and they'll go with a counter play. It's Corey Bray sidestepping a tackler at the 21, gets inside the 20 down to the 17-yard line. Not much room there from the Whitworth 17-yard line. Opening drive for the Lutes. No score in the ball game. Whitworth went 3 and out on their drive. They actually lost 7 yards in their first 3 plays. Hoseth from the shotgun now with 2 wide receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. And they'll go to the tight end. Tang was lined up as the slot to the left. He makes the catch short of the first down at the 14-yard line. He's going to be R and McNiven. The offensive line for the Lutes here on a 4th down and 1. Wishbone formation, double tight ends. Hoseth over the center, Walker. And Hoseth is going to come away from the center and spend his second time out here. Might need in the second half late in the ball game.
Exactly.
Now they come up to the line of scrimmage. Again, a double tight end wishbone formation. Hoseth in over center, Walker. 7-man front for the Pirates. And Hoseth is going to keep it, and he's got the first down. Diving forward inside the 10, down to the 9-yard line, and really nobody picked up Hoseth as he thrown 42-yard line. They come out with trips to the right, tight end to the left. Single setback is Aaron Tang, directly behind the quarterback, Hoseth. 4-man front for the Pirates, and the linebackers stunning, and Hoseth will keep, and a good surge by the middle of the offensive line. He's down inside the 5-yard line. Well, they do credit the guards, Mark Elliott and Curtis Badar, and the center, Brian Walker, with that surge offensively. Again, same formation, trips to the right. Single setback is Aaron Tang. Long snap count this time. Tang now with a couple steps to his left. Just 5 seconds on the play clock. Finally, the handoff will go to Tang. A flag down as Tang is into the end zone for the touchdown, but let's wait and see about the marker. May have been some movement on the offensive side of the football. It was dropped by the side judge here right in front of us, Craig.
Yeah, it's hard to say. That time, Whitworth moved their defensive tackles inside. Carl looking like he had to check the play off. Aaron Tang moving. It's going to be offsides against the Pirates.
Offside against the Pirates. So somebody that Trevor White would do the kicking today, but it is Safford that will try the PAT out of the hold of Josh Johnston. Trevor White, I believe, will be the long snapper on this. Good snap, good spot. The kick is up, partially blocked, but still good. Safford gets one to sneak over the football on 1180 KLAY. Leaper will kick it away. Again, we expect Wicks and Williams back deep. Williams had a nice return on the opening kickoff. Let's see if they kick it away from him this time, and they do. It'll come down to Wicks, a short kick, taking it his own 21-yard line. He's over the 30 to the 32-yard line. Comes out of the huddle. One wide receiver very wide to the right side. Wide receiver also to the left and a slot left. Single setback is Williams, and he is to the left, the short side of the field of the quarterback, J.J. Green. Green will go back to pass on first down. Out pattern, it's complete. No, out of bounds. The receiver didn't. Second down and 10 from the Whitworth 32-yard line. Same formation, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Single setback is Williams, and Williams will get it on a counter play. He's met at the line of scrimmage, but slips a tackle there. Now he's over the 35, the 40, run out of bounds into the sticks at the 42-yard line. Williams showing good 4 or 5-man front here and try and stop Whitworth on a 3rd and very short. 4-man front, the linebackers in very close. Ruby, Benedict, and Riddell, of course. And they'll fake the handoff and go in the air. The pass nearly intercepted by Mark Gibbons. Stepped in front of the intended receiver. On formation, the punter, Dennis Ayatoga, onto the field, standing back at his own 28-yard line, waiting for the snap. It's a good snap and a pretty good kick. Wobbly kick taken at the 25-yard line by Trevor White. He'll try the left side, but a lot of white jerseys there. He'll get 4 yards on the return. It looked like.
And we'll talk to Scott Kessler, the special teams coach, before the game, and they wanted it
for the crossbar for the 7-0 lead. 8:13 to play here in the first quarter. Again, it's Hoseth calling the signal. Single wide receiver to the near side. That's Kynes. Backs in a pro set. The wing back now, Corey Bray goes in motion through the formation left. Back to pass Hoseth under some pressure. He's going to tuck it under his arm and run. He's over the 30 to the 35, out near the 36-yard line. Nice 7-yard gain. Comes up to the line of scrimmage on a second down and a long 3. Ball just over the Lute 35-yard line. Lute's going from left to right. In motion from right to left is Aaron Tang. The handoff goes to Corey Bray, and now on the reverse, he gives it to Tang, and Tang's out to the 38-yard line. 10 from their own 38. Ball is near the right hash mark. 2 wide receivers to the left. Single setback is Corey Bray. Tight into the near side. That's Kites. And the handoff will go to Bray. Deep in the backfield, some white jerseys there. He sidesteps another tackler out over the 40, near the 45-yard line. And again comes the single wide receiver to the right side. Two wide receivers to the left, and in the slot left, that's Finstuen. Aaron Tang is the lone back in the formation. They'll go with a screen pass to the left. And catching the ball in the backfield is Finstuen, and he slips a couple tacklers. Now he's inside the 30, the 20, the 10. See ya! Touchdown PLU. Pete Finstuen on the reception of 50 sideline.
Nick Dawson just poked his head in here in our booth and said that'll be in the record books as a run. Thrown behind the line of scrimmage.
A lateral pass, and on the extra point, this 10 to play in the first quarter. 14-0 PLU. Driller back Carl Hoses. So Hoses won't get those passing yards, but Finstuen will get a rushing touchdown of 55 yards. Big kick is away this time from Leeper. It'll be taken by Williams at his own 8-yard line. He'll try the left side. He turns the corner at the 20, but runs out of real estate, out of bounds at the 21. One wide receiver to the wide side of the field, very wide. That's Abe Ramirez. Receiver to the near side is Wicks. Get J.J. Green, the quarterback, back split and a pro set behind him. And the handoff will go to the tailback. He'll get across the 23, out near the 24-yard line. Quickly out of the huddle. Here come the Pirates. Again, it's Green calling the signals, of course. Wide receiver to the far side this time is Scott Sund, and we expect him to get the bulk of the pass work here this afternoon. Backs in a pro set. Wicks is the wide receiver to the near side. Some movement, but no flags down. The snap, and the quarterback at just
1 yard line.
Two wide receivers in the formation. 88, Tony Jensen comes to the near side. Wicks is the wide receiver to the far side, and a slot to the right as well. Williams is the lone setback behind Green. Deep drop, under pressure. Looked like they were setting up a screen, but instead it's a pass complete over the middle. Nice job adjusting to the football.
He didn't hear a ball call and wasn't aware that the ball was there.
Ball was underthrown by close to 5 yards, but Sun did the job of adjusting to the football, made the grab at the 47, and was dropped right there. 1st and 10 for the Pirates, their first down of the ball game. The handoff on first down goes to Williams, and here come the linebackers for the Lutes. Ruby and Riddell. But Whitworth going to have trouble running against PLU. 2nd down and 12 from their own 46-yard line. Two wide receivers to the left of the quarterback, Green. And he will drop back to pass on 2nd and long. They set up a screen pass, and wide open with the reception back at his own 42. He's across midfield into PLU of 7 yards to the Lute 46-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 5 yards to go. Williams is the lone setback this time. Wide receivers to either side of the quarterback, Green. And a slot to the left, the wide side. They'll go to the slot receiver. He makes a diving catch at the Lute.
You were right on that line.
1st down and 10 for the Pirates. Their second first down of this drive. 3 minutes and 4 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. 14-0 PLU. Two wide receivers set. They'll go with a pitch sweep to Williams. He'll try and turn the corner on the right side. He gets inside the 40. He's actually wrapped up from 30 seconds to play in the first quarter. 2nd down and 6. Two receivers to the right. That's the short side of the field. One wide receiver to the left. Single setback again is Williams behind Green. 4-man front. The Lutes showing blitz. They'll bring a couple. Quick pass to the tight end is complete inside
the linebackers of PLU to try and hit that tight end on a little fake dive and then pull the ball out and hit the tight end.
Gain of 3 yards. It'll be 3rd down and a long 2 from the Lute 33-yard line. They'll hand off to Williams. He's hit in the backfield. Ted Riddell, the first man there, drops him back. He's going to go for it. Clock running with 1:15 to play here in our first period. Williams, the lone setback. Two wide receivers in the formation to the left, one to the right. Again, a long snap count. Some movement on the defensive side of the football. No flags, and the pass knocked away. Incomplete. Trevor White
had a chance to step in front of that and pick it, and of course that he got
nice. And they put it in the end zone twice. 130 yards of total offense for the Lutes in their opening 2 drives. Just under a minute to play here in the first quarter. And a handoff will go to Aaron Tang. The tailback up the middle on the draw is inside the 30, the 20, the 10. See ya! Touchdown PLU! 64 yards on a quick hitter for Aaron Tang. Lute offense, and Tang was into the secondary and rambling down the far sideline for the touchdown. Safford to try the extra point out of the hold of Johnston. Good snap, good spot. Kick is up, it looks good, and it is good on 1180. 64 yards. It took all of 10 seconds for Aaron Tang to scoot down the field on the long touchdown run. Mike Leeper's kick is away, and it'll come down to Williams at his own 4-yard line. They'll try the middle return this time. And out over the 20 to the 22-yard line. Good coverage by the Lutes. Will come out with trips to the right this time. Make that trips to the left as they come over to the near side. Single setback in the formation. We expect the Pirates to put the ball in the air. They haven't had much luck on the ground. The handoff goes to the tailback, and he's out over the second down and 6. Looks like they're giving Williams a breather in that backfield. Again, it's Fedek at the lone setback in the formation. 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. 7-man front for the Lutes, and now a couple linebackers drop back, and the pitch sweep will go to Fedek. He'll try and turn the corner at the 25, knocked out of bounds on the far side by Hamill.
You know, Whitworth doesn't seem to be shaken by this at all. They're coming out and continue to run the football and stick with their game plan in the first.
Yard line, 4th down and 13, and the punt unit on, and quickly the punt is away. The Lutes had a player late getting on for the punt team, and the punt bounces at the 45-yard line. It bounces PLU's way to the 42-yard line.
Well, we had a big
1st down and 10 from the Pirate 42-yard line. Oseth will be the quarterback. He called all the signals in the first quarter from the shotgun. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left is Laram. Single setback is Aaron Tang. Oseth dropping back to pass, straddling the midfield stripe. Now we'll tuck it in and run again. He pumps, fakes the pass over the line of scrimmage inside the 40 down. 2nd down and 5. Trips to the right. Single wide receiver left is Laram, drawing double coverage. Lone setback just a couple yards behind the quarterback Oseth is Aaron Tang. And the handoff will go to Tang. Quick hitter up the middle. No, he tries to bounce it outside, and he's tripped up and taken down hard by Jeff Baxter. A flag down in the Pirates' backfield. And we'll wait for the preliminary signal from Roger Judd.
It'll be holding against PLU.
The Lutes way.
Yeah, no matter what we did, we had success offensively, and defensively we were able to shut down Whitworth time and time again.
Nearly 200 yards of offense for the Lutes in the first quarter. They're facing a 2nd down and 15 here from the Pirates' 47-yard line. Trips to the right, and Oseth will roll that way from the shotgun. Near the midfield stripe, he throws, and the pass a little bit behind the intended receiver. I think throwing the football on the rollout. Passing situation here, 3rd down and 15. Trips to the right, single wide receiver left is Laram. Again, looks like he's got double coverage to the near side. Finstuen comes in motion this way. And with the shotgun formation, they'll go to the safety valve. That's Aaron Tang at the midfield stripe. And now with a juke move, he does get inside the 40, knocked out of bounds at the 39. It appears the Lutes will have their first punt of the ball game. Kenny Frisch, who's done a nice job getting the ball inside the 10-yard line and out of bounds, will just stay 1 man back deep. That's Wicks for the Pirates, standing at his own 10-yard line. Of course, the ball's over his head. He'll let it go. Good snap. And the kick is away under some pressure. It bounces at the 15-yard line, now to the 5-yard line, and Kites is there to down it at the 1. Carl Kites gets down the field, and like a goal from the shadow of their own goalpost.
You know, the way that ball took its first bounce, you weren't
bounced to the 5, and then Kites is there to down it at the 1. 99 yards away from getting on the board. 1st down and 10 for the Pirates, again from very near the 1-yard line. Long time over center, just 2 seconds on the play clock. Let's see if they get the snap off. They just do, and they'll pass, and the pass is complete out to the 5-yard line. Just a quick out pattern. Crowd kind of quiet right now as the Pirates will go on a 2nd down and 7. 2 wide receivers and a slot to the left. Back to pass again from his own end zone. The pass is complete to the 15. Stepping out of bounds at the 16-yard line, picks up the 1st down, and that'll give J.J. Green and the Pirate offense some breathing room here. 12:07 to play here in the second quarter. 21-0 PLU the score. They'll try the ground attack again, and Fedek takes a handoff in his own backfield, eludes a couple tacklers, and then he was met by 47. That's John Robb. Ran into some trouble on that play. 2nd down and 16, and really the Pirates have had no success running the football. Single setback, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, and there's the 25-second clock expiring on the Pirates. Delay of game penalty. The referee, Roger Judd, checking with the umpire, Charlie Phipps, to make sure that that is the call, and it is a delay of game against the Pirates.
Limited on what you can select offensively to run.
2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Single setback is Fedek behind J.J. Green. 4-man front for the Lutes, and the linebackers drop back into pass coverage. The pass over the middle is complete to the 12-yard line, and 4 Lute tacklers right there.
Middle, and here we saw Whitworth with their inside slot receiver coming over the middle, picking up about 4 yards.
Backs in a pro set, 2 wide receivers to the left of Green this time. Tight end to the right. Back to pass. He looks to the right. Now will roll to the left. Albert Jackson in some pressure from behind. The pass is complete out to the 26.
Knock the arms away.
Jackson with 5.5 sacks on the year, second only to John Roberts' 6 sacks. Almost had one there, but nice job by Green to get away from the pressure and complete the pass. 1st and 10 play. They'll go to the ground, and Fedek gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that is all. I thought I saw some Josh Arnold, Matt Mihalik, and Albert Jackson, the front 4 for the Lutes. Of course, Ruby, Benedict, and Riddell, the strong linebacking core for PLU. 2nd and 10, back to pass on play action. Over the middle, the pass complete to the tight end. He's out to the 4. Jensen, the junior from Wasilla, Alaska, makes the catch for 1st down yardage. The Pirates moving the football through the air here a little bit. 1st and 10 from their own 44. Again to pass. Complete over the middle, now incomplete. A backup quarterback converted to tight end due to the injuries. Trips wide receivers to the left now on 2nd down and 10. Single setback is Fedek. We haven't seen Brian Williams in the backfield since the 1st quarter. Blitz coming for the Lutes. The pass is dangerous and complete, though, to the tight end, and turning it up the field inside the 35.
Under pressure in the 1st quarter, and there we saw him shaking a little bit here partway through the 2nd quarter.
1st and 10 from the 28-yard line. 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Play action pass going up top, looking for the whole ball of wax. The pass goes incomplete. 2nd down and 10 from the Lute 29-yard line. Second time the Pirates have been in Lute territory. They stalled last time. 7:54 to play here in the 2nd quarter. Handoff will go to Fedek, and the running play again going 33-yard line. 2 wide receivers to the left. Back split wide behind the quarterback. It's Williams back in there with Fedek behind Green. Green with a deep drop under some pressure by Jackson again, and the pass over the middle, incomplete. Jump on 4th and 13. Watch for a fake here from the Lute 33-yard line. And they will go with a short snap to the quarterback, the up man, and Hamill wisely just not basket of Hamill. He swats it down, and the Lutes will take over on down. 7:05 to play here in the 1st half. Carl Hosat, as he has all game long, will call the signals for PLU. 1 wide receiver to the wide side of the field. That's the right side, and Aaron Tang goes in motion right as well. And Tang will catch the lateral pass in the backfield back at his own 25 and not get back to the line in a busy 1st quarter for the Lutes. Trips to the left, no wide receivers to the right. Single setback is Riker Labby, and Labby will get the handoff on the draw play. He's over the 35 to the 40-yard line. Labby taking some time. Will be the tight end to the near side. They'll go with a short yardage offense. Double tight ends, wishbone formation. Hoseth over the center, Walker. Fakes the handoff to Labby and will keep on the option across the 45 to the 47-yard line. 1st down and more. Lutz going from left to right on your radio dial. 2 wide receivers in the set to the left side. 1 wide receiver to the right. Shotgun formation for Hoseth. 1 back to either side of him, and they'll go with just a quick middle screen, and that's Carl Laram. So dangerous when he gets the football. Breaks a couple tackles, and he gets into
more running room for Laram in there. That time it was thrown very quickly, and the play didn't really develop as we'd like to see it. 2nd
down and 6. Trips to the left. Single wide receiver to the right is Laram. Lone setback is Aaron Tang. The play action fake to Tang. Rolling to his left is Hoseth, and now he'll duck it in and keep again. And he's close to first down. Picks up just enough, 7 yards for the first down. 1st and 10 Lutz at the Whitworth 41-yard line. Trips to the right, single setback again. Riker Labby. Tight end is Pyland to the near side. The handoff goes to Labby. Big hole up the middle. He's inside the 30 down to the 28-yard line. Nice job. Again, a first down for the Lutz at the Pirate 28-yard line. 21-0 our score. 3 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in the first half. The clock running. Under 5 seconds on the play clock, and Hoseth is going to ask for a timeout. The Lutz have used all 3 of their first down.
Philosophy or their game plan to this point in time.
First down and 10 from the 28-yard line. A couple of wide receivers to the left. One to the right is Laram from the shotgun. No, over center is Hoseth. That's Tang back there that looked like a shotgun receiver, and he'll take the screen pass in.
Who the potential receiver might be.
We expected the Lutz to be able to run the football today. They've carried it 15 times for 185 yards rushing here in this first half. Trips to the right, single setback. That's Labby, and Labby will get the handoff, and the ground game working again as Labby is inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Good secondaries for 36 yards unofficially for Labby. Trips to the right. Single setback is Josh Requay in there at the running back spot for the first time, giving Labby a breather. Hoseth in over center. 3 minutes to play in the half. Pitch sweep. It's Requay inside the 5-yard line. Not half, and keep in mind the Lutz are out of timeouts. But plenty of time here to run 3 more plays and try and punch it into the end zone. Looking to add to their 21-0 lead. Again, trips to the right. They'll hand off to the lone setback. Inside the 5 yards, the Lutz will take on UPS in the season finale, the regular season finale for Mount Rainier League action. Lutz come out of the huddle. 3rd down and goal from the 4. 2 wide receivers in the set. Hoseth is going to pass, looking for the tight end. Going to go for it from the 4-yard line. The fans coming to life here at Sparks Stadium as Frosty Westering will go for it here. Scott Westering, of course, the offensive coordinator. Trips to the left. In motion, trips to the right. In motion right goes Labby, and rolling to the right is Hoseth. Stopping at the 8, he pumps. Now at the 5, he'll unleash the pass. It's complete. Touchdown, PLU.
Josh Requay.
Josh Requay gets the touch. This time out of the hold of Hoseth, I believe. No, it's Josh Johnston on the hold. Good snap, good spot. The kick is up. It looks good, and it is good. 2:08 to play in the first half. PLU now out in front by a count of 28-0 over the Whitworth Pirates. You're listening to Luke Football on 1180 KLAY.
Anything they want to offensively.
Mike Leeper to kick the ball away. Teed up at his own 35-yard line. And he hits an end-over-end kick. He'll come down to the 15-yard line. That's Wicks with the ball. Straight up the field on the left side over the 25. Stutter steps at the 27, and then a wave of black jerseys rides him.
So I would guess that we're going to see him throw the football, maybe a few trick plays or something just to try and get some points on the board.
3 wide receivers in the formation. J.J. Green over center. Brian Williams the lone back. And they'll throw a quick out to the tight end. And not much room there. That's Scott Lutz with their pass defense out there. A 4-man front. The safety's dropping back a good 10-15 yards from the line of scrimmage. Jackson with some pressure, and the pass complete on the far sideline. 4 of the first 6 ball games on the road. We're home this week and, of course, next week in a big game against Western Washington. Hope you'll come out and catch the Lutz in action against Western next week. That should be a doozy. Pitch sweep to the near side. Williams, I think Williams was looking downfield to pass. He breaks away.
Receiver on the top side of the field running downfield, and there were no linemen downfield across the line of scrimmage.
So on to punt again for the Pirates is Dennis Ayatoga, and his kick is taken by Trevor White, picked up at the 29-yard line. He gets away from 2 tacklers there and works his way out to the 41-yard line. Trevor right there, but he ducked underneath them and got Scott Westering elect to do here on a 1st and 10 from their own 41-yard line. They've got trips to the left, single wide receiver to the right. Hoseth with a long snap count. Will drop back to pass, and they'll try a screen pass. May have been a backwards pass. No, it's 8-0 lead. They scored 21 points in the first quarter with 194 yards of offense in that first 15 minutes. Explosive Lut attack that we have not seen this year. Hoseth will hand off to Josh Requay on a trap play. He's over the 45 out near the midfield stripe, but the Lutes keeping it on the ground here in the final seconds. And down. That's the end of the first half. The crowd likes it. They're on their feet right here in front of us because at the break, it's PLU 28. Our statistics from the first half. Again, 28-0 the score. First downs, 10 for PLU to just 6 for Whitworth in that first half. The ground game, the big difference. 14 carries for -4 yards for Whitworth. As Craig mentioned, 22 carries for 227 yards for PLU. Better than 10 yards a carry on the ground for the Lutes. And we have backs for the Lutes ready for the kickoff. And we will be underway with second half action. 28-0 PLU. And the kick is away. And Requay on the fly will take it at the 15-yard line, just a couple yards away from the sideline, out over the 25 to the 28. Come out with 2 wide receivers in the set. It's Aaron Tang to the near side left, and wide to the right side. Looks like Corey Bray. Lone setback. I believe that is Riker Labby, and Labby will get the handoff on the first down play. Over the 30 to the 34-yard.
Has been extremely successful for the Lutes.
Can't give enough credit to that young offensive line as Hoseth comes up, second down and 6 from the 35-yard line. Setbacks are Bray and Labby, and the pitch goes to Bray. Trying to try around the right side, gets across the 40 to the 43-yard line, leading it 28-0. You're listening to Lute Football on 1180 KLAY, Lakewood, Tacoma. Eric Radovich and Craig Fooey bringing you the action. 2 wide receivers in the set. Ball on the right hash mark, and the handoff goes to the tailback Labby, and he's met at the 46-yard line. Couple Jay Smith, the leading tacklers on that Whitworth Pirates defense. Second down and 8 for the Lutes from their own 46-yard line. Opening drive of the second half. 2 tight end set, and in the slot is Corey Bray to the near side. Play action fake by Hoseth, deep in the pocket, is going to be flushed out now and knocked.
Or gain some positive yards.
Lutes will try and keep the drive alive here on a 3rd down and 6. They've got trips to the right, single wide receiver to the left is Laram, and he's drawing single coverage for the first time in the ball game. Aaron Tang is the lone setback. Back to pass. Hoseth under some pressure, steps up in the pocket now and releases the ball.
Against other teams in the conference. We may see a lot more of that this half.
On 4th down and 6, the punting unit and Kenny Frisch on the field. Standing back at his own 35-yard line, gets a good snap and gets a good kick away. High kick bounces at the 25-yard line, now down to the 20, and will roll dead at the 15-yard line. Carries of the second half. 1st and 10 from their own 15. 5'9", 182-pound sophomore from Olympia is the wide receiver, wide to the left side. Lutes are going to bring the linebackers. Screen pass over the middle, intercepted by John Ruby. May have touched a knee down at the 17-yard line. He did, but the ball thrown right to him. And again, you got to credit. And Ruby just made a basket. Lutes, again with a comfortable 28-0 lead. It really put some distance between themselves and the Pirates with a score here early in the 3rd quarter. 2 wide receivers to the right of Hoseth, tight end left, and the handoff goes to the fullback, Riker Labby. He's inside the 15, down close to the 10-yard. Just 3 years ago at Toppenish High School, was one of the leading rushers in the nation, if I'm not mistaken. Out with an injury last year. Second down and 6 from the 11-yard line. Play action fake by Hoseth, goes over the middle, and the pass incomplete. The Lutes from the Pirates' 11-yard line, and now they'll wind the clock up. Hoseth will go from the shotgun. Trips to the right, single wide receiver left is Laram. No setbacks in there with Hoseth. 5-man front for the Pirates. Snap hits Hoseth in the hands, but he drops it, and he'll be dropped him to give it a try. Out of the hold of Josh Johnson. It is Leaper. Good snap, good spot. The kick is up. It looks to be pulled, and it is hooked just wide to the left side. First down pass interception set the Lutes up first.
And unable to do so. We need to build that confidence going into that game next week.
J.J. Green over center. Single setback in the formation is Williams, and he'll go with a quick pass over the middle intended for the backup.
The heat of the PLU defensive front.
And the linebackers can gamble a little bit now, and if they see a gap, they can shoot through. Team leading 28-0, and I see Ruby and Riddell bouncing in different spots on the defensive side. Obvious passing situation here, 2nd and 10. J.J. Green does drop the pass, and the pass is complete on the near side. That Sun still in bounds at the 30-yard line as he slipped the tackle. He left off last week. He scored a couple of touchdowns in Ellensburg in that victory over Central Washington. He's got 6 grabs today unofficially. Handoff this time will go to the tailback as the Pirates trying to keep the Lute defense honest, standing up their blockers and allowing the linebackers to come in and make tackles. Backs in a pro set, 2 wide receivers in the formation. Green with a long snap count. Arnold moved into the neutral zone, but gets back in his set. Back to pass is Green. Looking on the near flat. The pass looked like it came in on a hop. Still no signal. It is complete. 1 wide receiver very wide to the left side. That's David Glenn. 1 wide receiver to the near side. 3 yards off the line of scrimmage, and they'll hand off on a 3rd down and 1. On the carry, that's John Olson, and I believe he has the first down. We saw them fake one earlier in the ballgame unsuccessfully as Green tried to throw a pass after taking a short snap. He's in that same spot again. Again, the punter is Dennis Ayatoga. The snap comes all the way back to Ayatoga, and he hits one off the side of his foot, shanked it a little bit. It'll bounce at the 29-yard line and check up like a golf shot. Backer on the special teams, hustling in for the first time. We'll get a look at the freshman quarterback in this ballgame, Dak Jordan, checking in. Redshirt freshman has 2 wide receivers in the set. Backs in a pro set behind him. Looks like Requay and Joe Turgeon in the ball game. The handoff will go to Requay.
Get him as much game action and situations as he can get into.
I think it's Hoset's job at quarterback, but Dak Jordan has turned into the relief pitcher, if you will, for this ball club. If the team is struggling offensively, Dak Jordan comes in to give him a hand. And in this situation, he's just coming in as a second unit this week's affair with Western Washington, because the last thing they'll want is to get into a shootout with Western. They are very potent offensively, and we look forward to that game again next week right here at Spark Stadium. Trips to the right this time, but the handoff will go to Turgeon, the fullback, and the deep 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Again, it's Laram, the wide receiver to the left, isolated. Josh Requay, the lone setback. Finsteuen's in the slot to the left. A lot of time for Dak Jordan. He's looking long over the middle, and the pass will be knocked away. Scoring coming in the first half. As a matter of fact, the first 21 points came in the first quarter. We haven't seen too much action since then. Play clock down to 2 seconds. Dak Jordan does get the snap away with trips to the right. Goes into the flat intended for Laram. Laram may have it, a simultaneous catch. The defender will come out with a 3-back set. Double tight ends. Dak Jordan over center. Wishbone formation. But again, watch for the 6'2", 195-pound freshman quarterback to try and just bull his way forward right behind his center, Brian Walker. Instead, he will hand off, and Finsteuen gets the carry, and he may not have gotten the first down. Not going to make any difference because the Pirates lined up in the neutral zone. Somebody out won. The teams have met 48 times, 36-12. The Lutes favor in the series, and 25 wins in a row by PLU as I check the notes here. Looking for number 26 today, leading 28-0 with 5:05 to play here in the 3rd quarter. Hand off to Finsteuen on the sweep. He'll try the left side. Does a nice job.
Defensive tackle out, and Finsteuen went outside.
21. You may see him get the opportunity to air it out a little bit. 2 wide receivers wide to the right. 1 setback in the formation, and that's Joe Turgeon. Anderson, the tight end to the near side. Dak Jordan drops the snap but picks it up. Now will roll to his right over the 40-yard line. Looking downfield, wide open. Peter Finsteuen. He's inside the 10, the 5. See ya! Touchdown, PLU. Run 34-0 with 4:33 to play in the 3rd. And the extra point try by Mike Leeper this time is up. It looks good, and it is good. Make it 30 LAY. It's after Mike Safford had knocked the first 4 extra points through for the Lutes, so maybe Safford getting a breather with that hamstring problem. And the kick is away. Again, it's Leeper on the kick, and he kicks it to Williams. Williams tries the left side, now comes back right, turns the corner at the 25, out over the 30-yard. Most points they've scored all season long in a ball game, 35. 2 wide receiver set, backs in a pro set. Back to pass is Green. Looking over the middle, the pass complete out to the 39-yard line, and quickly becoming the new favorite target for J.J. Green. Same formation, pro set, 2 wide receivers. Green again, 5-step drop to pass, looking long on a post pattern, and it's up over the top of the head. Prior to this year, I believe, of 29 against Southern Oregon 4 weeks ago. And second down and 10 from the 42. 2 wide receivers left, 1 right. Again, back to pass. It's complete over the middle. That's Scott Sun into Lute territory, down to the 40.
Riddell on the sidelines with people going in large numbers from the Lute sidelines.
Josh Wyrick checking in to replace Riddell as the linebacker on the left side of the defense. Again, pro set formation, 1st and 10 from the Lute 46-yard line. 4-man front for PLU. Back to pass, 3-step drop, little slant in pattern, intended Stewart. At the 4:33 mark here, the third quarter is added to the Lute's lead. Again, 2 wide receivers in the set. Back to the pro formation, and the pass complete over the middle.
89 yards, not bad numbers, but they haven't been able to get the ball into the end zone. Really, they haven't even been inside the Lute 20-yard line. Pretty good shape here, though. 1st and 10 from the PLU 29. 3 wide receivers set. 1 running back is Fedek in the formation to the left. And the pass again to Scott Sun is complete at the 23. He's ridden down hard back at the 25-yard line. They give him the 26-yard line, their best opportunity to get on the scoreboard in this ballgame. J.J. Green waiting for the ready for play signal. And now gets it to band, quiets down. And a play action fake, back to pass under heavy pressure, and the linebacking core will get to him, dropping him all the way back to the 40. Also from Silverton, so the Silverton connection dropping J.J. Green for a loss of 16 yards back to the 40-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and close to 20 yards to go. The pass over the middle, intercepted. On the return for the Lutes, that's Whitworth. Flow down the near sideline, knocked out of bounds at the 22-yard line. Reception.
And Mark Leaf was out in front throwing
Right up the field trying to get it to the end zone. Nice play by Von Flew reading the pass from Green. Green throwing his 2nd interception in the ball game. Both of them coming here in this second half. 1st and 10 Lutes from the Pirate 22. Dak Jordan calls the signals. Handoff will go to Joe Turgeon. The fullback Lutes have efficiently shut down the run and have given up a little bit of yardage on the passing, but have not allowed a score. Pitch sweep to the right side. It's Reekwe inside the 20 down to the 15-yard line. 3rd down and 3. Ball at the 15-yard line. Dak Jordan calls the signals. Has no wide receivers, double tight ends, a wing to the left. 2 back split wide back near the 20-yard line. It'll be a pitch sweep. That's Finstuen inside the 15, down close to the listening. PLU Football on 1180 KLAY. Only 1 score in that third quarter. A 55-yard touchdown pass from Dak Jordan to Pete Finstuen. Back at the 4:33 mark of the third. The Lutes looking to add to their lead with a 1st down and 10 from just outside the 10-yard line. It's a pitch to Finstuen. He slips the tech season. You know, we'd like to get in there a 3rd time. It's 2nd down and 3 yards to go for the 1st down, 3.5 yards to go for the touchdown. And Finstuen comes in motion to the near side, but we have a penalty marker down. 3 seconds still showing on the play clock, so it won't be a delay of game. Some contact or some procedure in there somewhere. They're looking PLU's way. Dak Jordan comes up to the line of scrimmage, double tight ends. 1 wide receiver, though, to the left side. Again, that's Finstuen. Now he comes in motion to the right. And the handoff will go to Josh Reekwe. He bounces once at the 5-yard line and then dives forward into the end zone. Touchdown, PLU. As he got into the secondary, just bounced left, bounced right off the tackler, and dove into the end zone for the 6. It's Trevor White on to try the extra point out of Josh Johnston's hold. Good snap, good spot. The kick is up. It looks good. On the previous touchdown, we'll see who's going to get the kickoff chore here. It will be Mike Leeper with the ball teed up at the 35-yard line. And he booms one. His best kick of the day. Drives the return team back to the 5-yard line. Both guys hanging on to the football. That'll be David Glenn to return the football upfield, and he does get out. As the Pirates break the huddle. Again, it's J.J. Green still calling the signals. 2 wide receivers set. Back split. 6-man front for the Lutes, and now a couple linebackers drop back. Pass pass over the middle is completed. It's actually out in the right flat. Good for 8 yards. A lot of new faces again out there for the Lutz defensively. We'll try and get as many of them mentioned as we can. One wide receiver very wide to the left side, two to the right, single setback. Pass intended on the far sideline. Forward to that game, the last game of the season for the Lutz. And in just a moment, we'll pass on some ticket information about that game at Baker Stadium. Back to pass is J.J. Green on 3rd down and 3. Looked like he was going to run. Now dumps the pass away, and it's complete with room down the far sideline. That's Williams, and he is going to get inside the 10. On to try the point after now. Good spot, good snap. The kick is up. It looks good. Tony Jensen's kick is good. 12:55 to play in the ball game. And Whitworth gets the darting Brian Williams, and Williams scampering down the near sideline for the 6. And now kicking the ball away is Jensen. It'll be taken by an up back. That's actually Requay, who comes all the way up to the 22-yard line to make the catch, and now over the 30 to the 32, spilled at the 30.
That kicking team.
Now let's lay off our short guys a little bit here. 12:49 to go in the 4th quarter. Lutz by 35. 42-7 our score. Dak Jordan calls the signals, and a handoff on a quick hitter straight up the middle, out near the midfield stripe, and more into Watts on the carry for good yardage. Those are the football just into Pirates territory. In 2 tight ends in the formation, 2 backs, and Josh Requay, the lone wide receiver. And again, Watts on the carry, 7 yards. 2nd down and 4 from the 44. Again, back split behind Dak Jordan, 1 wide receiver to the near side. And Requay will be the lone wide receiver in the formation. Again to the left. Now he comes in motion through the formation right. 2 backs in the set.
Left tackle.
And that's still Dak Jordan calling the signals with Requay wide to the left. Now Requay in motion from left to right. It'll be a pitch sweep. Trying the right side on the carry. Lutz will go from punt formation here on 4th down from their own, correct me, from the Whitworth 44-yard line. And a new punter in there for the Lutz. It's Dak Jordan. And he gets a kick away, angling for the corner. The ball bounces at the 10, but bounces back toward the middle of the field and curls around just a yard. Come out 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Again, following the PLU athletic program, but there are a limited number of seating tickets available. And I'll give you some more information on that in just a second here as J.J. Green calls the 1st and 10 from the 20. He's back to pass. 3 wide receivers in the pattern. Has all day to throw. Now finally sees a guy wide open. It's Brian Williams at the 40, to the 45, the 50, and he's met hard at the
Flattened Brian Alexander.
Green again comes out with 2 wide receivers in the set, a slot to the right, 1 setback. 6-step drop, 7-step drop to pass, looking out wide into the right side. The pass over the heading next week and the week following at the University Center Information Desk on the PLU campus. For more information, 535-7350 is the number to call. Make sure you get your ticket soon. Green again back to pass, is wrapped up in the backfield, leaving his feet. 3rd down and 18 yards to go now from the Pirate 47-yard line. 9 minutes to play in the ball game. 42-7 PLU. Green to pass over the middle. The pass nearly intercepted. Good opportunity for Ray Kirk as the crowd let out a collective sigh. Now to punt the ball away. And low line drive, end over end kick, bounces at the Loot 25 and bounces horizontally and then takes a roll the Pirate way inside the 20 down to the 18-yard line. Available to PLU. And Loot fans are encouraged to get those 7-3-5-0. Make sure to get your tickets soon for that season ender at Baker Stadium against the Loggers. 1 wide receiver wide to the left. Dak Jordan calls the signals. Hand off to the first back. Still filming again. We're going to want to see some good blocks and things by the interior linemen and some good effort by the backs.
Absolutely. You're looking for consistency and performance out of these guys. These are the guys that are going to fill roles should injuries occur or down the road.
Josh Requay, the lone wide receiver, wide to the left. Dak Jordan looks like a broken play. Defense spent a lot of time on the field, so getting some fresh legs out there as well. Dak Jordan again to call the signals. We'll hand off to Josh Requay. He'll try the right side. I saw Roberts here, John on the near sideline, throw his helmet on. He was ready to go in on the punt unit, but they've got 11 out there now. And it is Kenny Frisch to do the kicking. Gets a good snap. A little bit of a rush by the Pirates, but he gets a nice kick away. Taken back at the 44-yard line. Falling down, David Glenn, but he's still on his feet.
Playing from his long snapper.
Teal here and some shorts enjoying the ball game as well on the near sideline. Still a little bit tough to see him on crutches, the honorable mention All-American lineman for the Lutz defense, but here rooting his teammates and brothers on.
Time to throw and try and cover you, and Whitworth was able to take advantage of that.
But Whitworth not able to figure out the Lute defense here this afternoon. Second down and 11. Pass on the outside is complete, good for third down.
You don't want to let them score a quick one on you and get points on the board right away.
Clock stop with 6:08 to play in the ball game. 42-7 PLU. Glad you could listen in here on 1180 KLAY Lakewood Tacoma. Middle screen this time. Score in the ball game.
Just can't get in the end zone today.
Long snap count. Two wide receivers wide to the left. Two backs split. Changing the play at the line of scrimmage. Looked like some motion in the backfield at the time of the snap, and the pass is knocked down, and we had illegal motion on the play, as predicted by the Pirates. Those backs can move, but they've got to get set before the snap of the Jay Green, spreading it around a little bit, but of course Scott Sun has done the bulk of the receiving for the Pirates in this ball game. Better than 10 catches and better than 100 yards. Handoff goes to the tailback. He cuts it inside the 40 to the 30.
A few moments ago against the second, third unit PLU defenders.
A lot of New Jersey numbers out there for the Lutz. We'll try and pick up some of the guys as they make tackles here. 4:40 to play in the ball game. J.J. Green back to pass. Deep drop. Setting up a middle screen. It's complete. Scott Sund on the catch to the 32-yard line. And now a timeout will be called. Brian Williams, the running back, actually signaling for the timeout for Seth and Dak Jordan. J.J. Green, the quarterback right now, calling the signals. 4th and 2 for the Pirates. Double tight ends? No, just one tight end wide to the left. And they'll go to the air, and it's complete to Scott Sund over the middle inside the 10 down to the 8-yard.
And they faked the dive and pulled it out and tried to hit the receiver.
Pirates trying to get on the board again. First and goal from the 9. 3:35 to go. Play action fake by Green. Looking over the middle. The pass over the head of the intended receiver, who's written down hard at the goal line.
Loss of another guard, and that really does impact your tempo on offense.
Second down and goal from the 9. Two wide receivers to the right, one to the left. Looking on a pass pattern for Sund at the goal line. He's met twice at the goal line, but spins. And on to try the point after touchdown now is Tony Jensen. Good snap, good spot. The kick is up. It looks good. And it is good. 3:26 to play in the ball game. The score here in the fourth quarter, although the scoreboard says Whitworth 74, PLU 42, we know the real score. Crowd having a good time here this afternoon, and with a 42-14 lead, why not? Here's the kick away. It splits the two deep men, Requay and Laram, and now Requay has to go back for it at the 5-yard line. He'll try on the right side, breaks a tackle at the down. He just scored on the 8-yard touchdown pass from J.J. Green to make it 42-14. A moral victory for the Pirates. They've been able to score the last two times they've had the ball. Pitch sweep to the left side. Josh Reitman, Central Washington 31, UPS 21. That game late in the third quarter. Again, the Lutz close out their season against UPS at Baker Stadium. The game moving from the Tacoma Dome the last couple of years back to Baker Stadium. And again, a pitch will get your tickets early for that game with the Loggers to end the Mount Rainier League season. Under 2:20 to play now. Clock running. They'll try the pitch sweep to the near side this time. Coming to the right and running hard. Quarterback as he brings him up to the line of scrimmage.
Right now you want to use that snap clock. Heat it up, keep an eye on that, snap the ball at the last possible moment.
Van Bailey and Watts in the backfield. It'll be Van Bailey going off tackle to the left side, over the 40 to the 42-yard line. He go for, I believe, Chris Casey, and then he had some health problems, and after a couple of weeks was unable to continue with the duties. So Squires is the head coach, and what a job to come up with a victory in Ellensburg last week, but the Lutz got the better of it here. On the pitch now, trying the near side. That's him, Scott Westering, to insert that into the playbook. That's a tough play to defend. First and 10 Lutz from the Pirate 39. We're down to the game's final 20 seconds and counting. Double tight ends this time, and now in motion wide is Requa, and they'll end up the middle. Lut fans on their feet here right in front of us.